Hello, we're excited to have you on today. Today we're going to be going through some of the updates that we've done to the Knackly Designer and the Word Knackly Designer. It's been about a year since we've done kind of an overview of it, and so wanted to get in to kind of show you some of the new features that we've done in the last while, and walk you through it. And so I'm just going to let me go ahead and show my screen. And if someone would mind just making sure that just letting me know that you can see me or hear me. So the first part of this will be probably about 5 to 10 minutes. And then if you have questions after that, we'll open it up to questions. So audience view. Okay. All right, perfect. So I'm just going to take a little bit of a step back. If you don't have the Knackly add-in yet, it's easy to add to Word. Just go to Insert, Get Add-ins, and then you go to the store. You search on Knackly, and you just click Add, and then you'll get the works to get that information. So now we need to put in, the first thing to do is put in your workspace, and that is, if you look, I'm just going to go to my workspace. So that will end up being the Clio Demo 3. Normally when we set it up, it is your firm's website. So we try to have that correspond when we can. Then I'll just click sign in. Okay. When you first come to the screen, you're going to see create a new template or choose an existing template. In this case, I'm going to create a new template. And if I did to choose existing template, I can go in and choose the existing template and it'll show me a list of everything. So I'm going to create a new template. I'm just going to call this test 45, and I'm going to do it in my family law documents. So you'll see I have lease documents of family law. It's usually the first one that you select is the one that you're going to want. And I can do it from initial content from current documents. So if I have information here, so date, client, information I want to use, then I can start from this document because I have it open. Otherwise, if it's another document that I want to copy and paste in, then I would do the content from initial. Now I can say user access via app. So I can do a new one, create a new app, and that will name it to the test 45. I can also add it to an existing app if I want to. I'm just going to say this one's going to go to the new client app in this case. And then I just click create template. And now I can just start adding more variables to here. So under client, I can go to client full name and put in the variable. I can click save, and then it will save. I recommend clicking save soon after you get in here, so that way it's all uploaded to the server and everything's ready to go. Things that you'll see is if you see a dot, 3 dots next to it, it means that there's a little menu, and you can do insert the content into the document, insert if statement, you can edit a variable. So if I wanted to edit this variable, I can edit it and save it. Say I wanted to say status of report, something like that. I can click OK and put that in. Other things to note on here, let's just put a date in. We've had this for a while, but we've moved some things around. So let me just put a date in, and I'm going to do it based on January. I'm going to click save, and I'm going to save it. Now, this number becomes, this go-to field becomes helpful. Let's say I type this and I say clients instead of full name. You know, I click save. It's going to give me an error message because it has no idea what clients are. It says, hey, unrecognized clients. I don't recognize that. And I can click on this little button. You see in field 2, I can say 2, and it will take me to the field. It was like, oh, I see. I messed up and had S on there. So I can just click save and fix it. So when you're doing template development, this especially becomes true if you're doing if statements, that happens. I do recommend saving often, because the more often you save, you won't be as far down in the template that you're working on, and you won't have to go through, and it won't be as hard to find. So other things here in the word add-in is we now have update all, which you can actually, in Knackly, you can type things. So I could do client first name. I can actually type them if I want to. There's nothing completely special about it. But if I want to have the highlighting on it, I'll just go to the gear, click update all, and it will give, it'll update everything. Other things, you'll see use content controls. I'm not a super big fan of them. If I used them, it would convert it to a content control instead. I like the brackets better, but you have the option for both. You've got the little refresh button here. So if you make changes in your online designer, and because this is web, you need to click refresh to have any of those changes that you made on the web updated. Same applies if you click save and you've made changes, you've edited things, and you want to now come back into the Word Designer. I also recommend you'll want to do a refresh as well online. Other things that you've got here, you'll see now that you can create a new template. You can open a template. You've got the open designer, which is going to take you to your designer so that you can get right into it from online. So if I want to create a new template, I just click new template. I can go through, put in the information. Once I've created it, click create. You will need to hit the back button to get you back to your variables. I can also do the same thing for open template. I can open any of the documents that I want to work on. And again, it's going to open it up in a new window. And if I want to continue working on this existing one, I just click the button back, and that gives me the information there. Got help, which will take you to our help page. If I need to add a new variable, I can add a new variable. And whatever type of variable I want to create, I can do the variable name and the question prompt. If I do a selection, I'll show you test selection. It will take me to another screen because there's more information that I want to be able to fill out with a selection. And let's just say I want to do test 1, test 2, and I can pull those in, and I can create it. And then if I want to add it, you'll see, let's see, it's right here, test selection. I can just go through and put in the name and put that in there, and I click save, and then it's all set. So that's a kind of a overview of the changes that we've made to the word add-in, so that you can kind of watch and go over it. The second half of this is where you can ask your questions. So if you've got specific questions, we're going to dive into those now. If there are no questions, we'll go ahead and end the meeting. It's just it's your time now. So just post any questions that you have either in the questions or in the chat, and I'll answer them there. Otherwise, I'll just wait here a few minutes and see if people have questions. All right, it looks like there's no questions today, so we'll go ahead and end it. If you think of a question afterwards, please go to learn.knackly.io, pull it up, and on the page there's a place that you can do a support ticket. So just submit a support ticket for any questions that you have. Look forward to helping you through your automation journey, and thanks for joining us today.